Okay, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beer Reviews with Trenny and C.
Yep.
Today we got something that neither of us have tried.
No.
A local brew.
Give them a little close-up.
From White Sails Brewery in Nanaimo, BC.
It's another local beer to where we're at.
This one's interesting because it's Pilsen malts and Citra hops. So it should be kind of a light style with some nice kind of citrus note hop
Shall I pour?
flavors. Yeah, let's do it.
I kind of. What do you think of the color scheme? I like this kind of baby blue thing they got going on.
And if we could show you the texture of this can, it's almost like a sandpapery kind of a.
It's velvety, but sandpapery.
Yeah, it's nice.
And it has like the Louis Vuitton kind of like thing going on.
That's what they're going for.
I think that's what they've aimed for here. Okay, let's.
Once again, Beer Reviews with Trenny and C has been brought to you by Red Arrow Brewery. They just don't know it yet.
One day they'll figure it out.
Yeah, one day they'll know it to sponsor us.
And then hopefully they'll pay us. Oh, I mean, whatever.
Sponsor us.
Okay.
Okay, right away. This is nice light color, as you can see. I don't know if you can focus in on this, but
very lagery color.
Yeah, it's really nice. A lot of effervescence just in
very
the bubbles.
fragrant, actually.
Oh, it's got a nice fragrance to it.
But it has a citrusy kind of a little zing to it.
There is like that classic kind of grapefruit thing on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get right into the flavor.
Maybe even more lemony than grapefruity.
I instantly like that.
Ooh, it comes through grapefruity. You're right.
That has like the thing that I like about a really good lager in it. It's got that kind of nutty, yeasty, bready, doughy thing.
But it also has that grapefruity IPA thing.
Yeah.
It's not really heavily hopped though.
No, not at all.
But it has the grapefruit thing that comes through sometimes, right?
This is quite a nice beer. And we are really, really fortunate here on Vancouver Island to have so many breweries. Mm-hmm. I know we've mentioned that lots, but...
Oh, I don't know. Every video,
but to be perfectly honest, it's harder nowadays for us to find beer from out of the province than it is from within the province.
It's hard to choose a local beer to review because you're like, that sounds good. Oh, like everything has a catchy name and a cool logo.
Yeah.
And it's like, that sounds cool, but that sounds cooler.
And
but that has a devil on it.
And they're kind of like catering to the tastes of what we're starting to get used to.
Yeah.
They're creating our preferences.
Absolutely.
Right? So when you go to some of these world beers or beers from the United States or wherever, sometimes it's harder to go and choose those because now we're so used to something with a little bit of depth to it.
They're so big.
Yeah.
The beers that are being done right now.
Big, bold flavors.
To get into those generic brands now is like, I mean, hopefully the generic brands are being pushed out. Like, honestly, there should be more shelf space for local beer. Like, you should buy local wherever you're at.
Yeah.
You should buy local beer. Like, local beer needs you, and it's probably better.
It's probably better
99% of the time than your generic brand.
One of the nice things is it's a competitive market because around here we're so kind of overloaded with breweries and different beers to try that you would think there's no way that they could survive. Mm-hmm. But it's because of the sense of community.
Yeah.
They have beer festivals and they share
sponsor things
and they're kind
get
of
involved
at
in
the same events and everyone kind of knows each other. It's a very respectful industry to get into if they do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is particularly a very enjoyable beer.
I'm liking this quite a lot.
Okay, so we have a scale here at Trenny and C.
Yep.
We have buy none.
Yep.
Buy one. Buy a ton.
Buy a ton.
Now, please, enlighten us.
I'm going to say for myself, buy a ton.
Why?
Because I know that this is the style that I'm into. It's light and refreshing, yet it has some deep characteristics. There's a lot of fruit and grapefruit without it being sweet or anything like that. It still has that kind of bitterness, but it's also malty and nutty and, like I said, the biscuity kind of flavors. It has a lot of the things I look for in a good beer.
So I totally agree with you.
Yep.
I'm going to say buy a ton as well. Now, I still think that there's a subset of the market that this is not for.
For sure.
Those generic beer drinkers aren't going to like it.
Yep.
They like their kind of like regular stay on the tracks kind of flavors. This has some big bold flavors, but that's the reason why I say buy a ton, because it is interesting. It's a bit of a hybrid beer.
Yep.
Right? Because
totally.
is IPA-ish, but it's also kind of lagery. Like it's light enough, but it has enough going on.
It's like a hopped lager.
Yeah, it's like what you would want a boring lager to be. It's like a matured version of that, you know? Like it's more advanced, more enhanced, more dynamic, more interesting, right?
Yeah,
so
liking it a lot.
Totally agree. This is a buy a ton. I mean, and I've never even seen this before. I don't even know where you bought this.
I was just going to say, like, I've never heard of White Sails Brewing. And that just adds to my point that in this small region of the world, there's so many around.
And you know what? A lot of them have one or two really great beers.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, this was fun.
This was fun.
Look for this beer. Try and find it. Search it out. I don't know how you, like, they're just starting. What I'll say is they're just starting to look at loosening up the rules about transporting beer between provinces in Canada. So if that can get loosened, you might start seeing the good stuff from BC get to Alberta, the good stuff from Alberta get to BC, so on and so forth, kind of like moving across borders here. That's what we need. There's good beer out there everywhere. Let's share it.
I'm going to say go to whitesailsbrewing.com or add them at Instagram at White Sails Brewing. So there you have it. Thank you for joining us, and hope to see you guys soon.
Next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. Got it.